Yeah, it definitely sounds better today. I made sure I made some tweaks to it so that you know, the commentary would be a lot better. Don't forget to spread the links, man. We gotta spread the links. We gotta put these tournaments out there. We gotta get people to, you know, watch. Jojo has just arrived. Well, it's too late for him to enter the tournament, but you know, it's always good for him to come out and spectate, you know, offer his words of wisdom. Jojo, definitely one of the guys that stays in the lab. Okay.
Round one. Fight.
Rhythm versus Senzuko, TV2, losers. Rhythm versus Senzuko. Okay. So, Durant is definitely not Alex. He's definitely not Alex. So Sherquille. Okay, so let's talk about both players because we definitely need to talk about both players. Sherquille being from the Street Fighter 4 community. Before Street Fighter 4 inevitably disappeared off of the face of the earth because Street Fighter 5 was released, Sherquille was one of the top 5 players in Street Fighter 4. He actually played Rolento, and who was the other character that he played besides Rolento? He played Rolento and Alina, and he did pretty good. He was able to beat Shad a few times. He was able to take out a lot of the big names at the time, which was also Thunder, BCW Thunder, aka Dimitri. So this guy was definitely a top 5 player at the time. He doesn't own a PS4, so he isn't able to put in the time and effort that he did in Street Fighter 4 into Street Fighter 5. So oftentimes you won't see Sherquille throw up to tournaments, and even if he does, he doesn't enter. But because we know the type of player that he is, the type of caliber of excitement that he could bring to the game, sometimes players would offer to enter him into the tournament. And that's what Marvin did, aka Durant. He was able to enter Sherquille into the tournament, and Sherquille is about to put on a performance for us using Alex. He's very diverse in his character selection, so you don't really know who he's about to use. You don't know who he's about to use within the game. So, but he's whipping out Alex today, so that's going to go a long way. So let's get back to the game. Oh, let's talk about Durant. Durant is fairly new to the Street Fighter community. He was not around in Street Fighter 4. He came in when Street Fighter 5 was released. We was able to find him online, and he came in kind of naturally talented. He was very patient, precise. Oh my God, very good super by Sherquille, and I think he's going to take game 1 convincingly, and he does. So Sherquille taking game 1 kind of convincingly from Durant. And it looks like he's doing it with Alex. If he doesn't do it with Alex, I think he's going to swap out characters and probably go to Fang. That's another character that I've seen him use, but he doesn't want to play the patient game. So getting back to Marvin, aka Durant. Durant plays a very patient game with Ryu. What he does is he kind of waits you out. He wants you to kind of make a mistake and then capitalize off said mistake. So that's what you're going to see, but it seems as though Sherquille isn't allowing that. He's applying more pressure on him. He's forcing him in a corner. He's coming in a lot. He's not giving Durant the time that he needs to think. Durant also coming into this tournament really tired. He said that, you know, he hasn't had a lot of sleep over the past few days because of his job working at the bank and trying to maintain a service. And that took him from, like he said, he was to work from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. But he still tried to come into the tournament because he wants to perform well. He wants to be consistent. He doesn't want his rank to go down later down in the season. And I don't blame him for it. He's a very dedicated player. Try to balance work and his hobbies. So Sherquille kind of applying pressure, just keeping up the grapples. Whenever Durant gets a little too comfortable in his block, he just grab him. And that's a lot of times you can beat a lot of people that love to block. They like to stay in the corner and block. You can actually use grapples to get in on them. And that's what Sherquille is kind of doing, forcing him to block, get in on him, knowing that as long as he's keeping up the pressure, that he's not going to give Durant the time he needs to think. But Durant being smart enough to, you know, create the space that he needs. Oh, good. Able to jump away. Oh my god, got him with the cross up again. Durant, he's going to have to try and end this, and he does. Get up with a get up, sure you can. A get up, sure you can. I don't know. A get up, sure you can is something that a lot of people do as a GTFO. Which is get the, you know, out. And it's a last ditch effort to, you know, kind of break out of the pressure when people are kind of tying you down. So got him with another grapple again. Ton of pressure. Okay, Durant kind of looking pretty good, you know, keeping himself spaced out, giving himself the time he needs to think. Whenever Sherquille comes in with the pressure, he's able to try to get out of that corner, escape the pressure. Okay, Sherquille trying to put him back and able to get it into the super, and that's it. Durant takes game 2. So it's looking like 1-1 right now.
You win.
You know, Durant is saying, you know what, don't make excuses for me, bro. I don't need the world to know that I'm tired. I can do this. I can actually still, you know, put in the effort that I need and continue these games.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, nice. Sherquille kind of waited on him to come in. He's able to kick him, push him back out. Got him with a grapple. So you're gonna get him with another one. Yeah. That was kind of convincing for Sherquille. He just applied too much damage, too much pressure at him at that point. It was all about wrapping it up, finishing his food. Oftentimes in like fighting games, people don't know how to finish their food. And when I say finish their food, they don't know how to like finish off the match, finish their combos. They kind of get a little, I don't know, what's the word that I'm looking for? They kind of get a little nervous, I guess. And you don't know what buttons to press at that point. You're just kind of there blocking and, you know, instead of being on the offense. Alright. Going back to trying to keep him off of that V trigger. Alright. Expected the grapple. Nice. Keeping him off of that pressure. Use projectiles, guys. If you have a character that has a projectile, use it. Don't ever be afraid to use it. Oh! And he got the raid on him. And that's it. Sherquille taking game 3. So Durant is going to have to figure something out. He was actually doing pretty good using projectiles to kind of keep him out, but... Okay.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh wait, that's not Durant. My bad, guys. I am mixing up the scores. The score is actually Sherquille up 2. Okay, Sherquille's sticking with his guns. He's just going to stick with Ryu. A lot of times players have counter picks. I feel as though, and Durant is going to stick with his Ryu. A lot of times players have counter picks, but I feel as though Sherquille, if he needs to, if he feels as though Alex's pressure is not working against Durant's Ryu, he would counterpick to another character. I don't think it would be Fang, but he'd definitely counterpick. Probably Balrog. But right now he feels as though a grappler is good enough for him. Grapplers being characters that can actually, they have multiple grab moves, and their grab moves actually has a lot of priority. And they're very good for people, or at least players that like to go in a corner, block, and then attack. And I think he got him. Yeah, he does. That pressure at that point, just, you know, he isn't dropping his combos. His execution at that point is just flawless. Got him with the grapple. All right. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Oh man, I am sneezing way too much.
Alex wins.
Alright, Sherquille taking 3-1. Alright,
I took those like my angle.
okay guys, sorry, we're moving on. Kingblade versus Durant, TV2. And we have Shad versus Ginryusai, stream.